myself. My name is Sabrina Skiles, and I have had psoriasis for 2 decades now. 20 years is still crazy to say. I will be 35 in August, and I have tried everything from steroids to topicals to biologics, over-the-counters, even a tar bath. So anything you can think of, I've tried. And I will tell you that living with psoriasis literally impacts every decision I make. Can I get on the floor tonight and play with my boys without it hurting me? Can I drink this glass of wine or a cup of coffee without it affecting my flares? It still does, but I have to find a balance somewhere. But it wasn't really until I made the connection with the National Psoriasis Foundation that I went from just a person living with psoriasis to a person truly thriving with psoriasis and really understanding what it meant to be an empowered patient. And the National Psoriasis Foundation taught me 2 really important things. One, it taught me the importance of finding a dermatologist who specializes in psoriasis. Many of the mentees that I mentor through the one-to-one program, they know how to find a doctor, but it's tough to find a doctor who actually specializes in psoriasis. And many don't even know that those people exist. And that's one of the many resources that the foundation does with people like us. And another resource that the foundation has is the Patient Navigation Center. And I can't tell you how many times I've had multiple people reach out to me from different parts of the country saying that they have psoriasis and they found me online, but they don't even know where to begin to look for a doctor because they're in India or they're in Scotland and they don't have the resources that we do. And I was able to send them to the Patient Navigation Center, and they were able to connect them with somebody, a physician in their area that they had no idea even existed. So these are just one of the many examples that the foundation and the Patient Navigation Center has helped me connect with other people who had no idea these resources were out there. And 2, the National Psoriasis Foundation has given me a second family. This disease can be a physical disease, but it's as much mental as it is, and people don't understand that. And in order to balance that, it's so important to find a community or this second family that you can speak to. And that's the second huge impact that the Psoriasis Foundation has given me, the importance of finding that community and that support system. And here's a stat for you that I found very interesting. According to the report in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, people with psoriasis had a significantly more mental distress and were about 1.5 times more likely to report severe depression than others without the disease. And this diagnosis can come at any time during your life. And while it might be seen as an inconvenience to others, it can be truly devastating to others. And it's learning how to navigate that part of the disease and the journey. And it's so important to find those people that understand that what it's like going through a flare, and to let you know that it's normal and that these people can sympathize with you. Before I came here tonight, I reached out to these people and I asked them what it meant living with psoriasis. And these are just some of the words that just kept coming to them over and over that I heard. Resilience, overcoming, purpose, grateful, warrior, strong, empowered, strength, tenacity, determined, goal-oriented, driven, inspiring, fierce. Now that's pretty cool to be a part of an organization that can just instill this kind of confidence in somebody living with a chronic disease like psoriasis. And I'll tell you, it's pretty easy to feel like you're too small to make a difference. But the National Psoriasis Foundation has made myself and so many others feel like we can make a difference. And I want to end with a quote from our CEO, Randy Baronick. For those of you who think a cure is impossible or is unattainable, we see it differently. We think cure is imminent. We are committed to accelerating scientific discovery across the spectrum. But the only way we're going to do that and find a cure is through research, and that's research through the National Psoriasis Foundation. Now tonight isn't about us. Tonight is about the next generation. It's about one day telling my sons that there is a cure for psoriasis. It's about helping the next generation who will make the biggest impact on this world, and how you can ultimately be a part of that by supporting NPF. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina.